So this is Wendy O and this is REKT.
Yep.
I'm Wendy O.
Oh, I'm Wendy O and this is REKT.
Yeah, can I try it again?
Yeah.
3.
I'm Wendy. Okay, go ahead.
This is going to be a great cut reel. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm Wendy O and this is REKT.
Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast. I am Bunchu alongside my esteemed colleague and co-host Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. I'm debating whether or not we're going to keep the whole edit in or not.
We got to keep most of it.
So, to those of you listening right now, there was a few takes. So if I don't put all of them in, know that there was like a good minute of introductions of Wendy. But I'm very excited to have Wendy on the show today. I'm pumped. I've spent all morning doing really manly stuff. I was telling Bunchu before we started recording. I had a fridge delivered. I had to run some pipes and do some ratcheting and move some stuff around like a big man. So I was pretty impressed with myself. No big deal. I don't want to brag too much, but at the end of the day, it's nice to know I'm a handy guy.
You don't strike me as handy.
Listen, I grew up. My father, bless his heart, not a handyman.
Mine neither, really.
And the problem is my dad, and what used to get me so upset is my dad would like lean into the fact that he wasn't handy, like would joke about it, would never do anything to like better himself. And, now he's like 60 years old and, still can't really do anything and like kind of laughs about it. And I wish he had just learn to do, like, yeah, I get it. Maybe you don't start off knowing everything, but you piece it together as you go along. That's what I've tried to do over the years. So I can do way more things than my dad can do now. So I'm happy about that.
Fair enough.
But not as much as I wish I could do.
But as you mentioned, we have a fabulous guest with us today, the talented and wonderful Wendy O. Wendy, how you doing?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for having me back.
Of course. Yes, that you are now a recurring guest on the REKT podcast, which is, how many of them do we have, Chamber? We maybe only like 10.
She's in elite company for sure.
Most of the people don't agree to come back. That's the problem.
Yeah, most.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
They're like, we're done with you assholes. Once was enough. But you are now in high company amongst the recurring guests of REKT podcast history. I would say probably only like 10 people, right?
At the most. I'm thinking like 8 to 10. I'm trying to think like Ledger, maybe
Frank,
Messi, Frank. Not too many.
Not too many.
Yeah. So
interesting.
Elite status.
Yes,
I'm honored. I'm officially famous now.
I wish we could give you like an NFT to like commemorate
we need that. We need recurring guest NFTs.
Maybe something we can work on.
The thing is, I am so lazy when it comes to that type of stuff that, yeah. So, yeah.
She was so lazy she couldn't get to the end of the sentence.
I was just going to say that.
There's so much going on in crypto right now, and I'm like, I try so hard to be tech savvy. I really do. I don't come from a tech background. A lot of this stuff is really, really hard to me. I don't even know how the hell I have 700 YouTube shows. I don't know how I do any of this stuff, but I'm able to figure it out. But NFTs, man, they're a different beast. I think they're really cool, but I just a lot of time, a lot of effort.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of effort that goes into making them. But how do you feel like about like collecting them and stuff? Like, that seems to be fairly.
I think they're awesome. Like, I think the NFT world is completely awesome. I think that there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out of the space. Obviously, there are some people that just do weird stuff with them. I'm not going to comment on that too much, but I think NFTs are really cool because when the way the world is going, we're going into like an intangible world. Like, you can't really touch anything, you can't really see people, and everything is going to be online. So I think it's cool, and the collector mentality, I'm very familiar with it. And collectors love to have their stuff. And I think NFTs are actually going to save a lot of marriages. Reason being, when you get men or you get a wife or whoever that likes to collect, they have like rooms in the house and they have freaking dust everywhere. And the spouse is like, get
Guilty.
this crap out of there. Yeah. But now with NFTs, you don't have to piss your spouse off anymore because they can't see it.
That's a good point.
Except for when I buy the display, like the big display frame, and just put it right in the middle of the living room and have, the really awkward, weird NFTs that I'll buy just broadcasting throughout the whole living room. She'll love that.
Oh, Jesus. You better go hire a good divorce attorney now.
Yeah, I don't even have a regular attorney, so I need to probably get on that.
I stay stacked with attorneys, especially in crypto. I mean, just because I have my business and stuff, I have to know what I'm doing, if it's legal, and make sure everything's okay. So I stay with attorneys. That's just me, though.
So what have you been up to since the last time we talked to you? You got lots and lots going on. So tell us what you've been up to.
I don't even know anymore. I'm doing like 9 million things. Like, of course, I've got the YouTube show that I do interviews, reviews, daily crypto news. I talk about technical analysis. I do live streams. I have a podcast called Trader Talk, interviewing professional traders that are far better than I am, that do this stuff full time. We talk about their edge. We talk about their best and worst trade, all different types of stuff. I've got, what else do I do? I've got the marketing company that's doing well. I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Events have been slow, obviously, because of that thing we won't talk about. And then I do the podcast with Hotep Jesus, and that's a whole lot of fun. It's like my safe space that I can say anything I want and not get burned at the stake.
I feel you. That's what this is for us. Our last show that we did, I think the first 30 minutes was really just a therapy session for both of us. And then, it doesn't get much better from there. But yeah, I was going to ask, you were so big into the events space, and that's been such a obviously slow time. So what are you doing? Have you done anything virtually? Because to me, it doesn't seem like we're getting any closer to being rid of it. It sounds like it's going to be around for quite some time. But so what are your thoughts there?
So I haven't done any real, I've spoken and I've done the conference thing online, but I don't do any of those network things, and don't listen to my advice. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. If you guys are in crypto and you want to network and you want to do different things in the space, go to all these conferences. Majority of them are free, and they have networking sessions and stuff. Me personally, I don't do that just because I'm lazy. I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. But if you're in crypto and you want to network and meet people, always go to these free conferences. But I'm very old school, and I might get some slack for this, but I don't want to host too many virtual events, because I like the actual physical interaction with people. I like hugging people. I like talking with people. I like feeling that energy. And I don't know. It just to me, it's just not natural to do I don't know. I'm not with it.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I do it for work now, and I'm a salesperson, so there's definitely a disconnect from how you would normally either read a room or read a specific situation or just be able to interact with somebody. So I totally get that. Chamber, are you going to any events soon?
No. You guys talking about events, talking about work. I don't do any of these things.
You don't do either of those things.
You guys need a fridge installed? I mean, I could do that, but no, it's... I'm with you, Wendy. I don't like these virtual kind of get-togethers. Obviously, for work, that's one thing.
Right.
Where you gotta, you gotta do your job to a certain extent. At least you don't have to wear pants though in those Zoom meetings, right, Bunch?
Yeah, I don't.
Right, we Donald Duck that thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But I mean, when you I like to go to horror cons and stuff like that locally.
Really?
Oh yeah. I'm a big horror guy. So when they come through town here, I like to go to those things. But I could never. There was a bunch around Halloween that were online, and I was just like, that's going to be the saddest thing in the world, and I'm not participating in that whatsoever. Yeah,
I
they're
can
just
imagine you on
like
a
just so
virtual
sad.
HorrorCon.
I can't imagine like a crypto conference would be less sad than a horror conference online. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of awkward people, and a lot of times people don't know how to act like online, and like, because I do TikToks now, and I don't do any of that like twerking BS crap because it's just stupid and I'm too old for that. But like, I do like a lot of educational content, like crypto content there, and it's just there's some people that have a really great online presence and they can look good when they do this stuff. I am not that person. I'm just like, I have the camera in my face, I'll have like half of my eyebrows done and like talking about like whatever it is, just like a mess. And then even when I do like I don't know, I don't like to be on camera. It's just weird to me. Like I like being around people, and it just, people are so awkward like online, and I don't know, it's weird, man, just weird.
Well, but now you can interact with fleets.
That's like, okay, that is literally, it's just so weird. Like, and I suck at Instagram. Like, if that's why I'm not like IG famous. And it's like, I'm not like, to be like IG famous, you have to have your ass out and your titties out. And that's just not something
I've tried both of those things and it's not worked for me.
Look, okay, I'm a solid B cup, and I think I have a shot at this.
Okay, well, it's all about the angle, honey. It's all about
that's it. And the lighting, of course.
Oh God, yeah. But the fleet thing is, do you guys think it's kind of interesting that Twitter literally has done like no developmental like stuff to their platform, and then all of a sudden everybody's quarantined and they introduce the voice chat, and they also introduce the fleeting.
Did they take away the voice chat?
No, it's still there.
It's still there. I didn't notice it the other day. I'm
just
like,
for you, Chamber.
Yeah, like, this guy can't have voice.
They're like, that guy cut off. Him and Alex Jones cannot be on this platform.
Oh, poor Alex Jones.
It's like the second time I've been compared to Alex Jones today. That's weird.
Aw, we love Alex Jones.
What was the first time? The chest hair that you grew installing the food?
I was showing my wife. I was showing my wife before and after pictures. She's like, "You look exactly the same, just redder."
That's funny. Yeah. So, are you going to be fleeting, Wendy?
I do. Okay, first and foremost, I worked in healthcare for 7 years. I worked in infectious disease, HIV/AIDS, and when I hear the word fleet, it is a fleet enema. It is not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what. Well, those are a dime a dozen for my clients, and it just sounds weird. But I do fleet. I did like. I like to post pictures of my kid because I'm obsessed with my daughter. I absolutely love every single thing she does. I think she's the coolest human being ever. And like, I can like do a fleet of her like just being ridiculous. Of course, I don't show her.
That's going to be me at some point. I'm having my kid in 9 weeks, and I'll be like puppy. I'll be like posting puppy pics. It'll be like that. It'll be obnoxious. Get ready for Fleet's Chamber.
There's a real switch that goes off, man. Like I was, you know me, on paper you would think I would hate kids, and I literally like. I love my kids. It's the weirdest thing. It's so off-brand for me. Like even I tell myself, I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like you're not supposed to love kids this much." As soon as you have your own, man, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so special, and they do really cool things, and really it's an extension of who you are. And the coolest thing about having kids is that there's so many assholes in the world these days, and like really parenting, like who a person is, it all starts at home. So you have an opportunity to raise and to influence a really awesome human being.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or you can take my route and just make him exactly like you are.
Oh God help us! God save the Queen.
That's funny. All right, let's talk about the market. We're cruising. We are full bull. By the way, what's your favorite Brief It dance song before we get started here?
That's probably not something I should comment on.
I was trying to bait you.
I'll have to, as badly as I would love to go off, I'm gonna refrain, because I am a lady. I am a real lady, and I actually run my account. There's not a 60-year-old creep running my account. So there's that. But anyways, let's talk about markets, guys.
She's a real pro. That was a pro transition.
She is a pro. So let's talk about the market here. I'm just going to run through here our top 10 where we are right now. So we got, obviously, Bitcoin, number one, $18,015 at the time of this recording. So we are over 18K. How does that make you feel, Wendy?
I'm actually, to be honest, like, I'm in a long position. I've been in a long since about a month ago. So I'm happy. And I have majority of my portfolio is spot buys that I buy and I sell later. So, I mean, it feels good because whatever. But really, like, I don't know. I don't really know what to do, because I've had more money today than I've ever had in my whole entire life. So I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's probably a weird feeling. One that I'm not experiencing, but I imagine I imagine it's really great for those on crypto Twitter that are. So it does feel a little different, though. Like, I remember feeling in 2017, like when this was right when it was going up to 18, 19, 20K in like a day, and it just kept going and rocketing. And I remember driving to work, like I was going on the way to a sales call or something, and I thought I was going to crash because I literally couldn't stop looking at my phone, and it just felt like serious euphoria, and I don't know if it actually feels like that for people this time. What are your thoughts on that? How has it felt different or not different from that 2017 run up?
I actually can relate with that 100%. When I first got into crypto, my initial investment was $1,000. I bought $1,000 of Bitcoin end of 2017, and I think I bought 1,000 of ETH and Litecoin. I can't remember, but I remember that $1,000 Bitcoin investment. I just thought this was so cool. Like, this is amazing. But also, we have to remember we're economically, globally, we are in a different place. There's a lot of people. Small businesses their businesses are gone. A lot of people are struggling. United States is just it's a freaking hot mess. Places like Los Angeles, where I am. And we're just really in a different time. And I think a lot of people were talking about middle class, because before it impacted middle class, and middle class were like, this is freaking dope. This is so cool. But now a lot of middle class is suffering, and I've said this all the time, we need to stop celebrating millionaires buying Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was not created for millionaires. It was not created for banks. It wasn't created for large corporations. It was created for small guys, for people like me, to have a better quality of life, or people in third world countries that want to send money over the border, or people that are in oppressive regimes that need to hold on to their money because their governments are going in and taking their stuff. Or in Nigeria right now with the NSARS movement, they've closed, like, I want to say 20 to 24 bank accounts that of NSARS protesters. So it just, to me, I feel like right now it's a rich man's market, and those are the institutional money, they're getting rich, and the poor folks and middle class, they're getting left behind. And I know it's a free market, and people are like, oh, that's very socialist for you to say, Wendy. But at the same time too, like, I can still have a heart, and I can still understand the struggle of like a middle class person and what it feels like when, can you imagine the person that had to sell Bitcoin, their Bitcoin holdings that they were just holding on to, and they had to sell it to pay their bills and to feed their family because of what's going on globally right now?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Chamber, what do you think?
I mean, I've always been a socialist, so it really speaks to me.
Communism.
I live in Canada, so we're all socialists up here. But I never understood. I know there was some wars, the Cold War affected it with socialism. You know what I mean? Like the American kind of view of socialism. But there's so many social, benefits that you guys have that we have here in Canada. There's a lot of like social programs, or socialist programs, I should say, that you guys are already using. You can embrace a little bit more of it. I think there can be a healthy balance between kind of like quote unquote socialist benefits and capitalistic benefits as well. Like I think you can have both of them. But I agree. I think you got to look. We are a global community. And I'm never a big fan of people that really kind of drill down on the individual. I think we should all be taking care of the community as a whole. And when I say the community as a whole, it doesn't stop at the border between Canada and the U.S. It doesn't stop at the border between, China and, I don't know, Russia. I don't know what it borders with, but I'm sure it borders with Russia.
He's
at some
Can we
Googling his
all
map
just
right
at
now.
least agree? Can we all just agree that it just doesn't include Ripple, though?
It definitely
Oh
does
my
not include
God.
Ripple. I think we can all
Don't
be on
tell
the same
TikTok that. Don't tell crypto TikTok. They cry about it. They are
Oh,
so
crypto
mad.
TikTok. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on crypto TikTok? Let's talk about, since we've already touched on fleets.
Oh God, crypto TikTok is full of scammers. It is absolutely astounding, the misinformation that is posted. People thought I was an idiot for a long time on crypto Twitter. They probably think I'm a genius compared to all these crypto TikTokers. Don't get me wrong. There's some guys that are doing some really, really, really great stuff that provide a lot of great information, but it's really just a lot of misinformation. They don't understand. They don't know what the Bitcoin white paper is. They don't know what decentralization is. They don't know what a market cap is. They don't know what private keys are, and those are that's why I'm on crypto TikTok, is to help those types of people and to give my basic understanding, knowledge to them. But we do there's a heavy amount of scammers and paid group people, and it's a bit wild. But they don't. I try to explain that Ripple's could be a good thing. Like, yes, you can make money with it, but the reason why we trade and invest in altcoins is essentially to accumulate more Bitcoin or more Ethereum, or to accumulate more fiat. I mean, that's what I do. I don't know about you guys or your listeners, but that's the whole reason why I like my shitcoins.
Yeah, for sure. I would say Chamber would agree with that, right, Chamber?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Also,
always trying to make more Bitcoin.
Chamber, you've been going in pretty good on the TikTok community lately.
I've been hammering them, yeah. No, it's just kind of what Wendy was saying. It's just like, wow. I'm seeing a lot of like young fellas on there, and just talking crazy shit about like what was the one I saw the other day? What's NXPS or?
Oh yeah, I commented and I saw.
Did you see that one?
Oh my God, I saw that because TikTok investors. So shout out to them, you guys. If in all of your audience,
I
go
just
follow
followed them the other day.
They are
they're
freaking
hilarious.
amazing, absolutely
Yes.
amazing, and I cannot wait till they feature me. I don't know.
What's their
It's
Hold
TikTok.
handle?
It's at TikTok Investors. It's on crypto Twitter. That is the best account ever because they pull the cringiest videos of people that have no idea what they're talking about. These videos make no sense and they post them, and I
love
die.
it.
I'm just
All
like,
right.
it is the best ever. But some guy posted something about NXP, whatever the heck it is.
whatever it was, yeah.
And was like, I'm investing $70, and
Yeah.
when this hits $1, I'm gonna have $70 million. And I'm thinking to myself, number one, I think this project is dead. Number
Right.
two, the supply is like 5 trillion. Just kidding. I don't know what this.
You're right.
what the-
It's close to that. You're not far from 5
crazy.
trillion.
It's crazy big, and the market cap. And then that's why I did a video on what a market cap was. I was like, oh my God, these people don't understand. And that goes the same for Ripple. It's just because you want something to hit $1. It's like NXPX is like what is it, like 3 sats or something like that?
Right. It's yeah, maybe.
And you
Can
you literally cannot. I don't know how much money you would have to put, like all of the food from, you'd have to sell all the food from the United States or something to fill that.
The market cap would have to be insane.
I just,
Here it is.
You gonna play it?
Actually make $350,000 from a $75 investment. Inside my crypto wallet, I have a coin called NPX, and I hold 499,000 of them. This is the price of that coin right now. Currently, I only have $75 invested, which got me 499,000 tokens. If this currency goes to just $1, I will make $371,000. I know that this is very, very unlikely to happen, but that is not the point. The point is you are missing out on a market that is extremely volatile, that if you're watching a movie, we're just watching the previews.
That's it. There you go.
that is not the point. The point is,
The point is not that this is never gonna happen.
The point is, I can feed 35 families in a third world country with the $75, but I'm going to dump it into some shit coin that's not going to break 4 Satoshis.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Chamber,
Yeah.
I think you should start a crypto TikTok account. And it should be like a parody account, I think.
Oh my
Can we
God,
get you to do
yes.
that?
We'll see. I got time on my hands.
Come
I might
on,
do
your
that.
daughter must know how to use TikTok at this point. No?
It's funny you say that. She asked me if she could get a TikTok account this morning because her friend
Okay,
had one.
so there you go. You can tell her, hey, look, we can have a joint TikTok account. You can make TikToks and I can make crypto TikToks.
Hey, it might work. Wendy, what are your thoughts? You have a daughter. My daughter's 7.5. Should I be giving her a phone with TikTok on it, or
That's a really hard question, and well, let me explain.
because is your daughter about that same age, or is she a little older?
No, she's
She's
4
younger,
years
right?
old.
Yeah.
She has access to YouTube. Her favorite YouTube channel to watch now goes between Stevie Ray Vaughan, Willie Nelson, and Cher. She loves Cher and Turn Back Time. And I'm like, should she be watching this? She's like almost naked, but I'm like, you know what? It's music. When it comes to music, I'm more like old school music. I'm more
Yeah.
liberal with what my child is introduced to because I'm very nostalgic. So she is on YouTube, and I can hear everything that she listens to. But the thing with TikTok is there's a lot of adult content on there,
Right.
and I think they do have a feature to where you can go ahead and make it to where it's for minors only. And what I would do if you do, it's between you and your wife, this is your guys' decision, but what you do, their algorithm is very intuitive. And so what I would do is I would sit with her for an hour after you create the count, and this is why, because
You're not selling me on this.
well, no, listen, just for 1 hour, anytime you like a video, TikTok stores that like in their algorithm or however it works, and then it'll start spitting out more videos like that.
Like
and
that
then
one?
reason being is then you can kind of control what your child is watching, and then every once in a while just check and make sure she's not watching anything like weird or creepy, because there are some creepy.
Oh my goodness, I've had to take her off of regular YouTube, like because it's kind of the same thing on YouTube where the algorithm picks up kind of what she likes to watch. But even that, there's even if she gets into like I said, she's 7, so she'll watch 8 and 10-year-olds kind of do their thing. But then once you get into like the preteens kind of going out and doing their own YouTube channels, I'm like, I don't want you watching this. So I got her there's like kids YouTube that I got on her iPad yesterday, and that seems to be a little bit better. And you can kind of set an age range to put the video. So I think I gave her like 8 to 12. I felt that was
perfect.
okay. Yeah, I felt that was okay.
Yeah, it's hard as parents because we want to keep our kids safe, but at the same time we don't want to not let them experience and see what life is, and especially with all this crazy.
See, I'm the
happening.
opposite of that. When I started having kids, I was just like, I'm just gonna give it to them straight. You know what I mean? Like, here's the world's like, and blah 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 blah. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Like, they're not gonna know about Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Like, for the record, they still like Santa Claus is a real thing in this house.
Yes.
But before that, it was just like, what am I going to lie to them about?
I believed in Santa Claus till I was like 16, by the way. So
there was a big discussion in this house when my first daughter was born about whether or not we were going to tell them about Santa Claus.
Oh.
And my wife won, and she was 100% right. Like, I was being an asshole. And as my kid got older, it's just like, oh yeah, like I really can't give her the honest truth all the time, which is what I want to do. Sometimes you have to only give them enough truth that their little 4-year-old or 7-year-old brain can handle. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can like break their brain. Like, I feel like a couple of times I said to them, I'm like, oh, probably shouldn't have said that. That's too much information.
But also too, it's like society is so like, kids are growing up faster. Like, I know that was like a thing when I was a kid, but it's like kids are maturing faster. Their bodies are developing faster.
Oh, that chicken.
they want to do more and more things, and I think it's important to kind of keep them as innocent and as kids as possible. Like,
I agree.
Me as a mother, like, I see so many cute, adorable outfits that these moms on Instagram are dressing their kids, and like just super cute outfits, but really they're too mature for that age group.
I agree.
I mean, it still looks super cute, like adorable, but like me personally, like I dress my daughter in more, I always buy a size larger in clothes because the clothes are more baggy and they're not as form-fitting, and I don't want anyone to ever look at my kid and be like, and look at her the wrong way. So I try to keep her as like kid as possible. Sometimes she looks nerdy because her clothes are so baggy, but I'm like, I want people to know that this is a child, and I want her to just be comfortable and just to have a good time and just focus on eating her goldfish and craisins, watching her tablet, learning letters, reading, and just being a kid and having fun.
That's it. That's what it's about, because it goes by so fast. You're like, you really only have like 10 years of being a kid. Because once they're like past 10, they're like basically preteens, and they're on their way to being.
And they're terrible.
Absolutely. They really have like 10 years.
Yeah.
So just be a kid. And that's what I tell my daughter all the time, because she always wants to take that next step to being like a teenager. It's like she wants to be a teenager, like it's her job. But I'm like, just chill out. You'll be a teenager soon enough. I'm like, and there's some good things that come with it, and there's some shitty things that come with it. So just be a kid for a bit. It's all right. But yeah, anyways.
You guys should make a parenting podcast.
Fucking kids. I don't want to talk about kids anymore.
You guys should make a parenting podcast.
We started this podcast not to talk about kids.
I was taking notes. So, all right. Let's go. Go ahead.
Wait. Can I just tell you one thing, and then we can get onto like adult stuff?
Yes.
For your child, go on eBay, Google, or type in baby signing time. It is $20 for 4 DVDs, and it is the best $20 investment of your life.
I always wondered how kids learned how to sign language, because it seems very difficult.
It's not. It's actually, this is what happens is because kids are not verbally, they're not good at doing verbal stuff, but they're good at moving their bodies around because they're like all spazzy. So what happens is they watch this show. It's like a 20-minute show. It's a musical. Like they learn how to sign. And when they want something from you, instead of, because they can't talk or they have trouble talking, and like some kids develop later, verbal skills later than other kids, which is fine. But what they can do is they can actually sign to you and say, I'm hungry, Dad, or call you Dad or Mom, or I did potty, or I need to potty, or I need water, I need milk. Or they can tell you these things, and it minimizes the crying, and it helps them, it helps their brain development and stuff.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I always think it's fascinating when the kid can do like more, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to get that. So I'm going to DM you after to get that, the name of that again. So, but back to the market here. we went on a tangent, but that's okay. So we got Bitcoin at 18. We got Ethereum. What are your thoughts here? I've seen a lot of people say, Ethereum's primed to rocket up after Bitcoin. What are your thoughts on the overall market? Are we slowing down anytime soon? You think this is going straight to 150K like Chamber thinks, or what's going on?
Oh, I'm in an Ethereum long right now, and I'm up 20%. This is dope.
Look at that. Have you been dabbling in any Litecoin? Because that's up 36% in the last 7 days.
No, I've talked about. I'm actually going to close my long right now and just take this little bit of profit and then just keep flipping it, because I got so wrecked on Ethereum this year. As far as the crypto markets, like Ethereum and stuff, like Litecoin is cool and all. But again, we have like a bunch of other coins that do the exact same thing.
Yes. And
that's fine. I'm not really trading Litecoin right now because I'm kind of focused on Bitcoin, and I've got some DeFi bags I want to unload. But with Ethereum, I'm like long term, I am bullish on it. I've got a lot of freaking Ethereum, and I do plan on running. I get, what is it? Running a node? Is that what it's called? Yep. I'm planning on running a node, couple of them. I don't know. I have to see how many I'll be running, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm like the worst person to talk about tech, but I think Ethereum will eventually do well. And the reason being is we're not seeing a lot of we're not seeing a lot of like average folks coming in. We're seeing lots of like institutional big money, and that's fine. But once they see the price of Bitcoin, they're going to look and they're going to see the price of Litecoin and Ethereum and the cheaper assets on Coinbase, and they're probably going to buy those. And the reason why I know this is because I was that person when I first got into crypto. I bought like Ethereum because they're like, oh, this is cheap. I can afford to buy multiple Ethereums. And I felt like all cool or whatever. But I do think that with Ethereum 2.0, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing for DeFi because currently the Ethereum ecosystem sucks because it's so slow and gas fees are so high and it's really not usable. It's not really, it's not really scalable right now. But I think once we get that conversion over for ETH 2.0, we're going to we should see some really nice price action and movement. And I sure hope so because I got a F ton of Ethereum.
That's good to hear. Chamber, you've got a not an F ton, but
no, I got an F half ton.
So for the market as a whole, though, we've kind of jumped up pretty quick here. Do you see it continuing to keep going? Where are we expecting a little pullback? How far do you think we might if we do? What's your thoughts there?
So I can be the Bitcoin bull and I can be like, oh my God, we're going to $300,000. Like I can be that person, but I don't want to be that person because it's really not realistic. And I hate those types of tweets. They're so freaking cringy and just, they're just ridiculous. Me personally, like, cause I look at charts all day cause I talk about charts on my show. Like we are due for a 30 to 40% pullback. And I know some of the big trader guys are like, oh, that's a freaking meme. But I mean, because there's not a whole lot of data with Bitcoin, we have to go back and look what has happened in the past. And it wouldn't surprise me if we did have a volatile 30 to 40% pullback because we get these. However, this particular price action that I'm looking at is a little bit different than to 2017 because we're getting like 4 to 8% like little pullbacks and retracements on the EMA 9. And the reason why I say the EMA 9 is because it's really easy for people to visualize and to see if they have no idea what I'm talking about, but I do feel like there has to be some sort of correction. Like, do you guys remember 2017? Everyone was like, "This shit's going to the moon. We're going up forever," and then slowly but surely that stopped happening, and we dropped. And I don't want to be that person that is like so bullish on Bitcoin, and then we have this really nasty, ugly, volatile drop, and people are like, you're a scammer because you didn't call this or like what? I don't know. That's just me though.
So realistically then, do you think that we are headed for a pullback sooner rather than later? Are you thinking we might go hit all-time high first? How do you see that playing out?
The way the market's moving, I'm actually still in disbelief. The way the market's moving, we probably will see 20K and we might even blast above it. I can't be 100% sure that this is going to happen, but I feel like with all of this FOMO going on, I feel like price is going to keep driving, keep pushing up. And as far as a pullback happens, when that's going to happen, I don't know. Like, honestly, I just don't know because every time we thought we were going to have the big pullback, it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I feel you. And it's gone pretty much straight up. So, Chamber, what do you think?
Yeah, fudge. My guess is there's probably, because we haven't seen the pullback yet, my guess is we still have one more kind of like impulse up. And like Wendy said, we might blow through 20K. That's why when we were going through our 2020 guesses, I like the 22K as kind of a, maybe like an all-time high for the year. Mm-hmm. And then the question, I think after that, if that happens, I think there's one more big impulse and then the pullback happens, but it's just like where the pullback, ends, right? Does 20K become support? Probably not.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, because I'm like kind of looking at the chart right now.
16.2?
I mean, it's just hard. Like, I know people are like support and resistances are memes, but actually naked charting is really the best way to go. And you have to look at these previous support and resistances and where price is touched before, a reason being because that correlates with human behavior of the buying and selling. And I think that's important when analyzing the market, is analyzing people's emotions and analyzing how people are feeling and the sentiment during that particular time, because there's a lot of humans buying and at the same time there are a lot of bots in the market and a lot of algo traders, but I feel like they're kind of playing off the human emotions even though they're not designed to do that, because a lot of them correlate with support and resistance.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't really know what's going to happen. I feels like it's not stopping anytime soon, but that's usually a sign, right?
You know what? Who knows at this point? I'm just like, I've got my positions managed really well. Like, I'm in the long and I've closed 60% of it, just to secure my profit and to stick with my trading plan. And I just keep upping my stop. And like with my other positions, my spot positions that I am planning on flipping, depending on what the market does, like I'm just going to be adjusting those as well and taking profit accordingly. And then my long-term holds, like, you know, those will stay, and I'm just gonna just vibe and just ride, just go with it, because you can't.
We're just gonna vibe.
We're just gonna vibe, man.
Just gonna vibe.
We're gonna take out our ocean spray cranberry juice
and vibe. And that's it. Vibe. Throw on a little Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There you go.
That, you know, you guys, that is such a feel-good story. Like, I just am so happy for that dog face guy. He was like living in an RV.
That's a very nice thing to say about him, though.
Huh? That's his name. Shut up. Okay, dad joke. -5 out of 10.
Oh, that's where I live. I like the fact that he's a Laker fan. That to me, when he put out another video after the Lakers won the championship a month ago or so, and I'm like, oh, Laker fan also? I like this guy. My
husband's Mexican. My husband's like, another Latino. And he's like, I'm like, you're so stupid. But but it's really cool. I love to see feel good stories. I love to see the underdogs win. They make me happy, and it just feels good, man, because I come from, that's me. I don't even know how I got here. I don't even know like why people follow me. I don't know why people want me on their show. I don't know why people watch my YouTube channel. I'm like, thanks, I appreciate it, but I'm like, sometimes I'm like, why?
I feel you, which is pretty. I mean, look, we Chambers got the opposite. Chamber thinks everybody should 100%. Watch our show, and
I get mad when not enough people listen or follow me on Twitter. Like, no, I think my pin tweet on Twitter actually is like, I'm, you know, something along the lines of, I'm very upset that like I don't have 10 million followers. It's very
all right,
upsetting.
Chamber. Any more crypto we should get to before we get to some more additional fun and games?
No, I think that was pretty good. I think
I got one more question for
go ahead.
For Wendy before we go. So before we get to the next segment here. So you know, we've talked a little bit about how this was different than 2017, but we're still going to get, you know, now we're starting to get attention on Bitcoin again from people who aren't already in the space, right? Yeah. So much like we have in back in 2017 when everybody was pitching Bitcoin to their uncles, like it's starting to happen. You start seeing people post their screenshots of the text messages they're getting and all of that kind of stuff. So it is inevitably going to happen that new people will be entering the market because they're hearing about Bitcoin being at 18K, all this stuff. What would be your recommendation for people or advice on new people getting into the market today or in the next couple months when they see Bitcoin doing Bitcoin things? So what would be your advice to anybody new in the market today?
My advice would be, whatever you decide to put in the crypto markets, make sure it is money that you're okay with losing. And I know that's a meme. I know people are like, ha, 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 but it's actually true. Whatever you're willing to lose, because there's a lot of human error that occurs in crypto that is not talked about a lot. You know, with transferring your Bitcoin out or whatever, or selling by accident, whatever it is. But make sure whatever you're willing to invest and put into this market, you are okay with losing. Another thing, there's the FOMO factor. You're going to see these beautiful green candles and want to buy right away. We don't buy green candles, we chase red candles. And the reason why we do that is because you're going to get a better entry. Also, too, crypto is essentially a free market. There are not financial advisors. And if somebody tells you they will be your financial advisor, they are a scammer, and tell them to go away. Learn the basics about trading. Basics about trading. Whether you're just using Bollinger Bands or support and resistance, do that. Or if you don't want to do that, just set up a dollar cost averaging strategy over at Coinbase or Crypto.com, whatever, whoever supports it, do that. And if you do decide to get in altcoins, understand that that 99% of altcoins are just a vehicle to accumulate more Bitcoin. They are a lot more volatile. You're probably going to get rug pulled. You're probably going to get exit scammed. You want to take your profit and go. That's how you invest with those, and don't get that FOMO with altcoins.
I got rug pull a couple of weeks ago during a nap. It was so upsetting. I was up significantly, maybe like 4.5, 5x, and I'm like, quick nap.
Nope, can't do it.
All gone. Oh, it's it's very upsetting. So if you did get rug pulled, please visit rektpodcast.com. Visit our merch section for your I Got Rug t-shirt.
That's fantastic.
Actually, it's living the rugged life.
Living the rugged life, yes, yeah. Exactly. All right, so Chamber, do you want to get into what we're going to do here at the end?
Yes, we are coming into that time of the year for our American friends. The time of the year of giving thanks for all the great things that 2020 has brought us.
You're so funny.
Right. There's always silver linings. As bad of a year as you think it has been, I guarantee you there's always silver linings around it. But we want to talk about food. Bunchu and I'm assuming, Wendy, you're a food person as well. I think you are. I feel like you got some good food takes on Twitter. So we wanna draft our favorite Thanksgiving Day foods.
Ooh, okay. Do you want to hear everything I'm making for Thanksgiving?
Yes, let's do that first.
Yes, I do want to hear that.
Okay, so we're going to do candied yams. I love extra marshmallows because I have a sweet tooth. I'm the type of mom that like when me and my daughter, we have nothing to do. I'm like, you want to go get dessert, and we'll go to like a donut shop and eat donuts. I'm that mom.
A good mom is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm a very, very good mom. We don't eat sugar in this house. Just kidding. I'm also going to do mashed potatoes. I'm going to do a veggie dish, like a baked veggie dish. Probably going to put mushrooms, asparagus. Got to get some greenery there. We're going to do cranberry sauce. It's going to be real cranberries though with the sugar. I'm going to do a roast beef because turkey is disgusting. I've never liked the turkey on Thanksgiving. It just never tastes right. And then my mom, of course, is going to do like an Italian side. I'll probably do like a chartreuse plate or antipasta plate with like salami, mozzarella, and like prosciutto, stuff like that. And then my mom is going to do, she has to do some sauce, has to do it. And then I think that sums up. Oh, of course, like a salad and some fruit. But I think
you said a sauce. What is it, like a Sunday sauce? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh yeah, no. I'm Sicilian on my mother's side, and it's a big part of what of being Sicilian is making Sunday dinner and making the sauce on Sunday and having your family come sit and just hang out.
That sounds delicious.
I'm starving.
Yeah, sounds fantastic.
I didn't have breakfast, and it's.
I think she's gonna go. I think she's gonna have some interesting draft picks, though.
I agree.
Turkey's not on the table, so she's gonna bust us in this.
So what we do, Wendy, is we're gonna draft. You're gonna go first. Bunchu's gonna go second. I'm gonna go third, and then we'll go backwards up the order again. We'll pick. What do you want to do? Three items? Three items each. Mm-hmm. And then what we're going to do, Wendy, is we're going to put those draft choices out onto Twitter probably tomorrow, and then have a poll. And whoever wins gets the
bragging rights.
The bragging rights of beating me on a poll, which happens every time.
Wins.
I have yet to win a poll.
Did you ever win that poll that you thought the Full House poll?
I did. I don't know. There's a poll I won, but there was only like 14 people that I'm like I feel that didn't count. If there's not at least 30 people.
I want to know the results of the Full House poll.
Well, let's ask Wendy. Wendy, who do you think would win in a fight? Danny Tanner, Joey Gladstone, or Jesse Katsopoulos?
Oh, the sexy guy. What's his name?
Yeah.
You guys are all wrong.
Uncle
First
Jesse.
of all, name me one sexy guy in MMA. They all look like they got their face beaten in.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding right now?
I'm talking about the neck up, not the neck down.
It doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. A man that can put them up is, I don't care what he looks like in the face. If he can get in the ring and pound it out with another man and show that alpha energy, I'm with it.
Listen,
there you
this.
go. Woo! There you go.
My point, though, is
simping ain't easy, listeners.
That is one thirsty MMA fan right there.
Because I train myself, so
right.
I got it.
So do I.
You want to get in the ring? You want to go?
No,
you don't train.
No, I train my body to look the way it is. It's a lot of hard work that goes into it, Bunch.
No.
I mean, it's not really a lot of hard work.
All right,
Okay,
so
let's
you
get into
lose
this.
on that one again.
All right.
All right, so Wendy, you have the first overall draft pick. What are you picking in your Thanksgiving meal?
The roast beef.
All right, so Wendy's going roast beef
I'm marking
for
this
her
down.
number one pick. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll take. I know it won't. Well, actually, no. I'll have a.
I have
second
2
pick
picks,
before
by the way.
Wendy. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go with the turkey. I gotta take it. It was left on the table.
Can't leave it there. I agree.
Yeah, you can't. It would have never got back around to me. I'll go
All right.
turkey.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Stuffing.
Okay, nice, solid.
You guys okay? And I'm gonna go. Gravy.
Oh, they're separate. Yeah, I guess they have to be separate, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you've got stuffing and gravy. I'm going to go, and now I'm sorry, Wendy, to do this, but I'm going to have to do it. I'm going with the candied yams with the marshmallow.
Woo!
Oh,
That's-
burn.
It's
We don't
my
get-
favorite thing, and so I'm with you on that. That's literally my favorite thing at Thanksgiving. I eat way too much of it every year, and so I knew I couldn't let it go back to you there, because now you have 2 picks, so I would have never got it back on the third pick. So you have your last 2 picks here, Wendy. So you have roast beef, and obviously you can't pick anything that's already off the board.
Oh, okay. So we got roast beef. Wine.
Oh,
Ooh.
solid.
Sneaky
Nice
pick. I like it.
Good pick. All right, and you've got your last
One
pick
more.
here
Yeah, I
to
got one
finish
more.
the draft.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Let me think. Oh, bread.
Okay, just straight up bread or any specific variation of bread?
Oh, well, the specific...
Like dinner rolls or
Oh, the
what do you want?
specific variation of bread. At a Sicilian dinner table, you have to have the garlic bread. And when we do the garlic bread, you get the fattest loaf of French bread you can find. You cut it in half. You melt the butter. You drench it in butter. You toss some chopped garlic on top with some paprika. You toss it in the oven for like 15 minutes at 350, and you slice it up and you serve it.
Sounds
Oh my
delicious.
god. Sounds that I would vote for you.
I'm writing all of that down. That's a,
All right, my last pick here. So what was Wendy's full team?
so her
She's
full
got
team
roast
is
beef,
roast
wine,
beef.
and garlic bread.
We're calling it Sicilian garlic
Yes,
bread.
yes,
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yes, definitely. Throw the little spice in there. Yeah. All right, my last pick is going to be dang. I don't know whether to go with another dinner staple or dessert. I've already got something sweet. I'm just going to go with the mashed potatoes. So I've got
Ooh.
the turkey, the candied yams with the marshmallow, and mashed potatoes.
Leaves me in a predicament. I have 2. You know what? I got to go with the better option. I think I'm going to go with pumpkin pie.
Ooh, yum, yum.
That was my other option. That's what I would have gone there if I
It was
didn't do
that or ham for me. So
ham
I don't have a
guy,
meat,
right.
but
Rum ham? You don't have a meat?
I don't have a meat. I have
You're gonna get
stuffing.
destroyed in the poll.
Great.
Oh,
But do I take?
God.
I can't very well take ham and leave pumpkin pie on the table.
I guess
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think you might have gotten more votes with ham, but I'm not sure. We'll leave it up to
Then
the
pumpkin
people.
pie.
I don't know.
know.
We'll see. We'll see.
The
what
thing,
people say.
the thing with the meats is you can use those for leftovers. Everybody
Yeah,
loves good
that's very
leftovers.
true.
It's
Nothing
a
better than
meat-based
some
gravy, though.
Thanksgiving.
My gravy's
Yeah.
meat-based.
Okay, yeah, throw that in there now.
So you just drink it. That's your protein.
Oh shit.
I really work
All
on this
right.
body.
So those are our teams here. So Wendy's got roast beef, wine, and Sicilian garlic bread. I have turkey, candied yams with marshmallows, and mashed potatoes. And Chambers got what do you got, Chambers?
I got stuffing, gravy, and pumpkin pie. I mean, that sounds delicious when you say it out loud.
Wow, there you go. That's going to do it for us. So before we get out of here, Wendy, where can people find you? Tell them all the podcasts and places people can find you. What's your Twitter handle? All of that stuff. Where can they watch your fleets?
God, that's so bad. Okay. So I am the only crypto Wendy O, and I'm actually probably one of the only real women on crypto Twitter. Just kidding. So I'm all my handles are crypto Wendy O. If anybody messages you asking you for money or whatever, that's not me. I'll never ask you for money. I may ask you for pineapple pizza, but not money ever. But I'm crypto Wendy O. I'm on YouTube. I've got the Daily Show that airs 6 days a week. I've got the podcast, the Trader Talk podcast. I've got the show with Hotep Jesus, Love and Marriage. We talk about a lot of really heavy topics that I don't talk about or touch on crypto Twitter because people will be offended.
I gotta listen to this one.
Yeah, I'm already subscribed.
It's a very interesting thing. We really talk about the dynamics and the importance of a nuclear family, and we both are just so different in our backgrounds. It's kind of just cool to see both of us coming together, and we disagree too. There's things we disagree on, and I let him have it. He lets me have it. But it's a really good show just to kind of, I mean, we're more on the conservative side. And we just kind of talk about different social issues and whatnot. And I'm very much so.
This is the one you do with Hotep?
Yeah.
Sorry, what's the name of that one?
It's called the Love and Marriage Podcast. It's hosted on his YouTube channel, and he's the co-host, and I'm the host. So it's my show on his channel.
Is there a Twitter handle for that particular show? Or?
No, it's just us. It's kind of like it really wasn't supposed to be anything big, but it's just not. It's just really us kind of hanging out and talking about social issues and just different things that we feel about. And I'm very pro family, and I think that the nuclear family is very important to me, just because I grew up without a father. And we talk about different things like entrepreneurship, and I share a little bit of my story, and I get to really just be more savage than what I normally am. And we talk about the beta cuck mentality and the soy boy thing, but it's a good show. I enjoy doing it, and we both don't hold anything back, but we do that. And then of course, what else am I doing? I think that's it. I'm just everywhere. I'm over the place. I'm on TikTok. I hate Instagram, but I'm there, and it's just me being me. And if you guys want to follow me and support me, do it. If you don't want to, then don't. No one's forcing you.
We recommend it here on this podcast. We're pro Wendy O.
We are pro Wendy O, and that is going to do it for us today. So, what do we got, Chamber, next week? I
don't know. Maybe just a quick hitter early week, because I feel like you're going to be traveling on like Tuesday for Thanksgiving.
No, I live here now.
Oh,
That's
right.
the thing. I don't do any.
I just assumed you were going to be eating for 7 days.
In the past, I've traveled literally like at the beginning of the week, but now I live by my family now. So
yes,
it's glorious.
We'll have at least one show next. I think probably a 1-show week next week. I'm thinking.
Probably, mostly because I'm sick of you, but otherwise.
That's fair. You've lasted longer than so many other people before you. So.
And so many marriages out there.
So many.
look at us. We're here we are. All right, that is going to do it for us. Until next time, don't get wrecked, and that is financial advice.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a REKT patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/REKT podcast. Don't get wrecked.